Hello there friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Cloud with Mohsin. Friends, do you know we can send millions of emails per day using Amazon simple email service? So let's dive into leveraging this powerful service offered by Amazon. My name is Mohsin Sheikh and in this video we are going to explore how we can use Amazon simple email service, what are its use cases, benefits and lots of various features of SES. First of all, let's see what are the contents of today's video. As you can see on the screen, we will first discuss what is AWS SES and why we should use SES. Then we will also discuss about how we can set up SES and how we can verify the identities. Then we will see how we can send the emails using different methods and how we can perform monitoring and analytics in the SES. We will also touch base upon the best practices and some common use cases, and finally we will end our session with the conclusion. I hope the agenda is clear to you. Now let's talk about what is simple email service. So Amazon SES, that AWS SES, is a cloud-based, highly scalable inbound and outbound email sending service designed to send transactional, marketing and bulk emails. Consider in a scenario where you need to send hundreds of thousands of emails to your customers. So the other options which are available, the similar options might have some limitations. In that case, SES is very efficiently, it works very efficiently to deliver the emails and without compromising the security and reliability. So it is highly scalable, it's cost effective. We can go for pay as you go model here again with SES, like the other AWS services. Whatever we are using, we just need to pay for that only, and it is very reliable. So in the upcoming slide we will see what are the different features, additional features to support these key features. Now let's cover why we should use SES. So these slides mainly covers what are the benefits of using simple email service. Okay, the very important benefit is we can optimize the deliverability. Okay, so SES offers it, it works in correlation to the authentication methods like DKIM, which stands for Domain Key Identified Mail, and SPF, which stands for Sender Policy Framework. So it works hand in hand with these authentication methods, and this helps to protect the customers from fraud or abuse. It also offers the flexible IP deployment options, such as if we go for dedicated IP or customers own IP, so it makes the engaging the reputation even easier. So this way we can optimize the deliverability, integrate quickly. So using SES, we can either go using SES console or API or SMTP, and we can configure email sending in minutes. Amazon SES also supports email receiving, enabling to interact with customers at scale. Regardless of use case of sending volume, Amazon SES supports pay as you go model. Okay, so it integrates with lots of different services, and it is very flexible. Like we can either go for over console or API or SMTP method, and we can configure it in minutes. Now let's talk about some other benefits as well. So we can send messages efficiently. So along with, it's not just limited to send or receive emails. Along with that, it also helps to provide some statistics. So email sending statistics, which includes deliveries or bounces or feedback loop results. So these kind of statistics helps to measure the effectiveness of the communication programs. Additional insights such as open and click-through rates measure how engaged the customers are in the content we are sending. Suppose you want to understand the statistics, like out of your hundreds of thousands of email, how many deliveries were successful or how many were bounced. Okay, and what was the engagement rate from the customer's end. Okay, so all that it can be achieved using SES. So it is very important. It plays very important role here. It scales securely. So Amazon SES customers sends up to hundreds of thousands of emails per day. Okay, in the last year itself, if we give an example, SES has sent over 500 billions of emails on behalf of customers across the globe. So it works as you might be aware about the VPC, that is virtual private cloud topic. This is when you want to isolate your own networking environment in the AWS. So please watch my video on VPC so that you can understand what is the VPC. So VPC supports make email sending from any application secure. So VPC itself is virtually private. We can have additional security when we work with the VPC. Amazon SES is globally available with HIPAA eligibility, in-region compliance such as CFI, IRAP, and global certifications which as FedRAMP, ISO, and GDPR. So these are, you can say, globally some of the in-region or global certificates, like say HIPAA. Okay, so HIPAA, as along with that we have ISO, GDPR, like general data protection and regulation rules. So these are some of the data regulation rules with respect to different regions or areas in the world. So SES is fully compliant with these all these global compliance rules or certifications, you can say. So it plays very important role here as well. So all our communications are being sent on a securely. That is the important thing up to note here. Now let's talk about how we can set up the AWS SES. So setting up SES is very straightforward. It's very simple. We just need to log into AWS Management Console. Then we need to verify the domain or email address. Okay, so here initially we need to provide the email address, and then we need to provide the domain. So domain is basically your website or the business name that we need to provide, and we need to ensure we have the access to the DNS settings of that particular domain that we are going to provide, because we need to make some changes in the settings with respect to that. Then we need to configure sending or receiving emails, and after that we can monitor the sending activity. Now let's talk about verifying identities. So the identity verification works either, there are two steps here. So first is domain verification. So here we need to add DNS record for DKIM and SPF. Okay, so to give a brief about DKIM and SPF. So DKIM and SPF, these both are the email authentication methods which are designed to enhance email security and prevent email spoofing. Okay, when we go and combine both of these entities together, it provides a stronger defense and against email spoofing and phishing attacks. So nowadays you are already aware that the email spoofing and phishing attacks are happening on a large basis. Okay, so to avoid that, we can use these powerful features. While SPF features verify the sending server, DKIM ensures the integrity of email content and the sender's identity. So when both of them work hand in hand, it provides a powerful defense against the attacks like email spoofing and phishing attacks, etc. So the first step is domain verification, that we need to add DNS record for DKIM and SPF, and second thing is email address verifications. We need to confirm via email link. So we receive an email link, we need to confirm, and that covers the verifying identities. Now sending emails. So there are different methods we can use to send the emails. So methods such as we can either use SMTP interface or SES API or AWS SDKs to send the emails. Okay, here on my screen you can see I have given an example of Python code snippet. So you can go through that, and this is basically, if you are aware, so import Boto3. So in Boto3 is, you can say, it's AWS SDK. It works. We need to use the Boto3 whenever we need to interact with other services like that. So this is a simple example of how we can do the Python code snippet. Now let's talk about monitoring and analytics. Okay, As we covered in earlier slides, so SES is not just limited to sending or receiving emails, but it also provides some of the analytical features as well. Okay, so the tools that we can do for monitoring and analytics are the tools we can use. Either we can go from SES console, from CloudWatch we can monitor, or event publishing as well we can monitor the activities. With respect to metrics, we can go for the different metrics such as bounce rates, complaint rates, and delivery rates. So these are some of the metrics that we can ensure the efficiency of using SES. So what are the best practices? We can, it's there are some best practices so that we can use this feature in a good way. Okay, so the best practices are we should use the dedicated IP for high volume sending. Okay, we should regularly monitor the sending reputation. So we should monitor the things, how the things are working with respect to SES. We should implement DKIM, SPF, and DMARC for better availability. So DKIM and SPF are authentication method that we covered in previous slide. About DMARC, it stands for domain based message authentication, reporting, and conformance. So it builds on DKIM and SPF to provide a more comprehensive email authentication system. So like SPF and DKIM, DMARC is also another authentication method, and it just helps us to provide a more comprehensive email authentication system. So these are some of the best practices of using SES. Now what are the common use cases of using SES? So very common use cases is transactional emails, like for order confirmation or password resets. Normally SES is being used. Marketing emails like newsletters, promotion, you might have seen we get some promotional letters or newsletter from Amazon or different websites which has hundreds of thousands of customers. In that, basically SES is being used. For bulk emails, so say bulk emails means invitation or updates. Suppose there are some updates on particular features, or say there is some event with to say some training needs to be training is scheduled. So there could be hundreds of thousands of people who would be, this email needs to be sent, and in that case these bulk emails are being sent using SES. Now we are at the end of this topic, and we are on the conclusion of this page. Okay, so to conclude on the session that we have covered today, what we discuss is Amazon SES, that simple email service, is a cloud-based email sending service, and it is mainly designed to send transactional marketing and bulk emails. So the key feature, it has scalable, it's cost effective and reliable, and we have seen some of the benefits, like it is highly delivered, it provides high deliverability, easy integration with other AWS service, it is cost effective, and it's secure as well as compliant. So we discuss about what are the how the way we can set up. So setting up is very straightforward. We need to log into the AWS console, we need to go to the business applications services, and then there are 3 to 4 straightforward steps are there we can follow, and we can set up the SES. Then for verifying identities, again there are 2 things that we need to cover. The first thing is verify the domain, and another is when we receive the email address, we need to verify that link. Then we see the different methods of sending SES emails, such as SMTP interface, SES API, and SDKs. We also discuss about a Python snippet, simple Python snippet for just how we can use the SES. Then we have covered what are the monitoring and analytical tools, and what are some of the best practices of using AWS SES. And we also covered what are the common use cases where SES are being used, such as transactional emails for say order confirmation or password resets, marketing emails such as newsletter, promotions, and bulk emails for event invitations and updates. So friends, that's it for today. I hope this video was helpful for you to give some understanding and leveraging this powerful service offered by AWS. I'm sure that you will explore more features and you will learn. You will explore this service in great way in the upcoming days for with respect to your requirement. So friends, please don't forget to like, share and comment to my YouTube channel Cloud with Mohsin. And if you have any queries or any doubt, please feel free to write in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to assist you with the queries. Thank you so much friends for your time. I really appreciate it, and happy learning to all of you. Thank you and have a great weekend ahead.